1-1 the count. Cubs' last opponent, the Pirates, red hot. They're in Milwaukee tonight. A.J. Burnett, Marco Estrada not yet underway. Division leading Cardinals, best record in baseball, and they're in Los Angeles. Lance Lynn and Chris Capuano late tonight. The pitch right down the middle. 2-2.
Yeah, that's the one where the hitting coach is over there. It's Brooke Jacoby for the Reds, thinking, why didn't he swing at that one? 2-1 fastball right there. But Hannigan scuffling a little bit, hitting a .161. Keyhole in there. That ball just off the corner.
Brooke Jacoby.
Yeah. Close enough.
Slowed down by Feldman. Barney with bare hands. Still time. Good patience. He had to hurry, but still was under control.
He's fun to watch play. He's got that clock. They talk about that baseball clock, knowing how much time you have to make a play and the degree of urgency with which you must approach it. But look at the reaction, the change of direction, scramble under control and still get his man. Yeah, granted, he had Hannigan going down the line. He's not a speedster. That's just a pretty play. Fun for the fans this weekend to watch the second baseman, Darwin Barney and Brandon Phillips, the two best in the National League.
Arroyo pops one into left. Easy play, Ryan Sweeney. Back to the top, and Chu hasn't made a ton of outs against the Cubs this year, but he did in the first inning, grounding out to short. Chu acquired from Cleveland in the offseason and due to become a free agent after this year, putting together a nice resume here. That's 2013.
Pretty good little salary drive he's got going. Reds are going to have a decision to make. Hey, Tim. Never mind. Did he go? Ball's in the zone, isn't it? Now, the reputation for Tim is that he's a high ball umpire. He doesn't call it low ball because he's so tall. This one was just off the outside corner. My apologies. You were correct, sir.
Rizzo has a roll up his arm, but able to recover. And that's it for the Reds. They've only had one base runner through 3, and the Cubs lead 3-zip.
Disaronno cocktail number 1. Ice. Disaronno. Disaronno on the rocks. Disaronno, be original.
Switch your car insurance to Geico and we could help you save on boat and motorcycle insurance too. Other insurance companies are green with envy. Oh, no, I'm sorry, but this is all wrong. I would never say that.
Well, what would you say?
Well, I'd probably emphasise the savings. You know, lose that green with envy bit. Rubbish. It's just a reference about my complexion.
But the focus groups thought that
Focus groups? Geico doesn't use focus groups. Excuse me, no one told me we were using focus groups.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Degree Antiperspirant does more for you, so you can do more. Only Only Degree has motion sense activated by your movement. The more you move, the more it protects. Do more. Degree, it won't let you down.
Inside each and every one of us lies good and evil. In the end, it's which side we choose that defines who we are.
Law and Order, weeknights at 5.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Wrigleyville Rooftops has premier seating for up to 200 guests for corporate gatherings, family reunions, and bachelor or bachelorette parties. Individual and group tickets are available for all games. For more details, go to WrigleyvilleRooftops.com or call 773-248-ROOF. We're on the shores of the mighty Ohio River. As the Cubs have a 3-0 lead, they're just 1-5 versus Cincinnati this year. 5-20 over their last 25 tries. How can you not love the leg kick of Bronson Arroyo? I mean, I know he does it because that's what he feels gives him the best chance to make quality pitches, but it's just amusing. Very entertaining.
He is a stylish right-hander.
Changeup missed, 1-2.
Big high leg kick and then glides down the mound.
Like his the leg kick right at the top is like where a punter finishes. Two and two.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of fun because, you know, mechanically, I don't think he needs to do it. It's something he's probably always done. Feels comfortable doing it. Maybe feels like it adds a little deception. The high leg kick.
Ripped into right for a base hit. So how did you develop your mechanics? And once you developed them, were they the same way your whole career?
Yeah.
Did you mess around with your leg kick?
No, I didn't. You know, when I was a kid, everybody, you know, was kind of mimicking Nolan Ryan and Tom Seaver and that group of pitchers. And for the most part, it was, you know, bring your knee up to your chest. Primarily, it's meant just to keep your weight back.
A chopper to short. They'll try to turn it, but they're only going to get one. Slight bobble by Cozart. That usually throws the timing off. And he had to move a little bit to his right.
Yeah, if you were Omar Vizquel, maybe he would have just barehanded that ball and then fired it over there to Phillips. And they would have been able to get their double play, but that's probably not recommended for anybody but Omar Vizquel.
Well, you bring up a good point about, you know, keeping your weight balanced as a pitcher. I think there are some people who watch pitchers and just say, well, no other players on the field throw like that. You don't see a shortstop wind up to throw to first. No, but they do the crow hop and they're moving.
Right. Yeah.
You're standing on the rubber. You don't get a chance to take two steps.
Yeah. You know, it would be fun if you could. Kind of run up there and fling it at home plate like you're playing cricket. But I think, you know, with all the biomechanical studies they're doing now, for the most part, what they're saying is, you know, there's a lot of guys that have a lot of wasted motion in their deliveries that you don't need. keep the weight back over the rubber, glide down the rubber. You don't want to have a stabbing motion with that front leg. You want to kind of glide gradually down the mound, kind of store energy, build energy, and then drive towards home plate. That's, you know, and obviously that's when you're talking about how to maximize velocity. But for other guys, for a guy like Arroyo, who's not a hard thrower, maybe you could tweak his delivery where he could add a little bit on his fastball, but he might lose deception. He might lose something else that, you know, he feels like he's developed over time. I think with a guy like Arroyo, you go with the, you know, the old "if it ain't broke, don't fix it" mentality. As long as he's winning games, getting people out, you don't try to change him.
Little stumble, and Bob Davidson's calling a balk because that's what Bob does.
Yeah, no, better than anybody that's ever umpired the game. He was trying to make his case that it wasn't a balk because he finished the move. I always felt Bob was like, you know, they talk about police having to meet a quota with tickets.
See, I don't like that call. I mean, you like it because it helps the Cubs, but the stumble came after his foot was off the rubber.
Yeah, to me, that's not a balk.
That's not a balk.
He was able to finish the move. Bob takes a lot of heat. Everybody around the game nicknames him Balk and Bob Davidson. But he earned that nickname. He really has.
Yeah, I say that would be a good example right there. See if the Cubs can take advantage here outside on Navarro.
I've got a little bit of an issue with the balk rule to begin with. And you'll find out over time that I tend to get on the soapbox about it.
What is your main issue with it?
Well, it is that I think that it's overcalled, if that's the right term. I think, you know, like in a lot of rules, there's the spirit of the rule and the letter of the rule, and I think, you know, the spirit of the rule, the pitcher is trying to deceive a base runner. That's why the balk rule is there.
Right, the stumble,
right? Where's the
trying to deceive?
This whole idea of like a pitcher's on the rubber and he drops the ball and that's a balk. That's absurd to me that that's a balk.
So be Bruce coming way in. I can't argue with you. Hey, Cub fans, make sure you check out Len and JD's baseball blog at WGNTV.com. It is sponsored by Jeff Vukovich, your nationwide insurance agent serving the area for 34 years. To join the nation, contact Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. I have a post on the blog about the Cubs' record not really matching the way they've played here over the first 46 games. They're 10 games under 500. And in some ways it's kind of a head scratcher. That's a strike on Barney. Go ahead RBI on the sac fly.
Very much a head scratcher.
So then the question is, going back to mechanics, Arroyo from the windup with the big extended leg kick and then a much shorter leg kick, as you just saw, from the stretch. It's got to change something, right? In the pitches, the quality, the movement.
Just has to find another way to make sure he stays back.
Right. So a balk doesn't help the Cubs, unfortunately, but they still lead 3-0.
Here come the bros.
Barney Stinson is about to aid and abet a marriage.
From the bachelor party,
Disgusting. Horrifying. Classic.
to the big day. These bros stick together for better or worse. On How I Met Your Mother. Sundays at 7:30 on WGN America.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch. Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Hey, what's going on here?
You want the long or the short answer?
Long, I guess.
Chevy's having a great deal on the 2013 Silverado, but you better hurry because we don't want to see a grown man cry spectacular.
What's the short answer? Nice.
The Chevy Memorial Day Sale. During the Chevy Memorial Day Sale, current Chevy owners trade up to this 2013 Chevy Silverado All-Star Edition with a total value of $92.50. Plus, get America's best pickup coverage, including 2 years of scheduled maintenance.
A time now for Xfinity Home from Comcast. The challenge for the Cubs this weekend to try to shut down this red lineup here at home. Almost 5.5 runs in the league in the major leagues, just behind the Detroit Tigers and just ahead of the Colorado Rockies. Get peace of mind with Xfinity Home, the total home security and home control solution that keeps you more connected to what matters most.
So Joe Nuxall Wade. Miss Joe. Passed away in 2007. Longtime radio partner Marty Brenneman. The old left-hander rounding third and
heading for home. Yeah, what a prince of a guy he was.
Made his big league debut when he was 15 years old in 1944.
He was in junior high school.
One strike on Cozart. He has the only Reds hit. Tried to bunt, bunted it foul.
During the war, the Reds were looking for pitchers. They actually were scouting Joe's dad, and Joe, and there's his longtime partner, Marty Brenneman.
He must not be doing play-by-play right now.
He's tweeting. But Nuxie, they came to scout Nuxie's dad. They were playing a town team or some kind of amateur league, and Joe was pitching as well. And they said, "Well, we'll sign you," and he would suit up for the Reds on home weekends.
Called strike 3.
It was a pretty good gig. You pitch for the big league club on the weekend, or at least you're in uniform, and then you go walk the halls of the junior high school during the week.
Didn't get back to the big leagues till 1952, but then he was an all-star, 55 and 56.
He loved to tell that story too. I remember interviewing him for Astros pregame one time, and Joe, tell me about, and I just, how that was, and like 7 minutes later, interview over. Thank you, Joe.
Joey Votto, deep left center, and gone. A home run. I think it's pretty widely accepted Miguel Cabrera right now is the best hitter in baseball. You could make a very good case for this guy being number 2 on that list.
And we showed you that graphic earlier that Votto had not gone deep against the Cubs in a good long while, so he took care of that. He's the reigning National League Player of the Week. And he had that bad AB first time up, and he's such a smart hitter. From one at-bat to the next, he makes adjustments. And he gets his revenge. And the Reds are on the board.
We're not obviously here other than when the Cubs come and play the Reds, but I wonder if Votto is appreciated enough by Reds fans. I wonder if they realize how great a player he is. I think all the walks, right now he's got 23 RBIs. I think he ranks like 4th on the team in RBIs, but forget that. He's walked 41 times. He's only struck out 40. His on-base percentage is an obscene .484.
Yeah, there are not many guys in the last 40 or 50 years that have posted an on-base percentage like that. You look at the all-time single-season on-base, and you see a whole bunch of Ruth, you see a bunch of Barry Bonds, Ted Williams. Not many guys in the current era have posted on-base percentages like Joey Votto is doing, aside from Bonds. He's just a different creature altogether.
Last year it was .474, only 111 games because of the knee surgery. Actually had 2 knee operations.
Jerry Krasnick had a real good story on ESPN.com talking about Votto and his approach and how he doesn't give up at bats regardless of the score, how he's feeling, and it was advice he'd gotten from Pete Rose. He said, when you have 3 hits, you want that 4th hit. If you got 4, you want 5. Just stay greedy. Baseball sport where it's like, what's the movie? Wall Street, greed is good. Gordon Gekko, greed is good in baseball.
Phillips with a base hit, back-to-back one-out hits. Well, among active players, we'll see where Joey Votto ranks. Ahead of Todd Helton and Albert Pujols.
Yeah, he was taking some heat earlier on because he had, second half of last year he didn't hit many home runs and he hadn't really hit many yet this year. Last year he had the leg problems. And you almost get the sense like, oh, they want me to hit home runs? Okay, right. I'll do that. I'll placate him. I'll make sure I hit a few here.
Well, last year he walked 94 times in 111 games. I don't think anyone will ever walk 232 times. I think that's what the Bonds single season record is, but that's a ridiculous pace. He's pretty good defensively too.
Oh, we were having that discussion in Pittsburgh. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. What makes an elite hitter? And it's the discipline. It's the not just the ability to hit for average and hit for power, but also to draw walks.
One ball, one strike on Jay Bruce. He went.
I believe he did.
Now, Dusty Baker had a very good major league career, but you think about the players he's been around in his lifetime. Teammate of Hank Aaron, managing Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa's, just being around guys like that. And now Joey Votto gets away. Navarro picks it up, though. They've got a shot, but it gets into center. Phillips is going to take another base. So Bruce now with a 2-2 count and only one out and a chance to knock in Phillips, who's at third.
Navarro's good fortune turned out to be his misfortune as this ball bounces up to him nicely. But the errant throw gets away from Castro, and again, this is on Castro a little bit. He's got to find a way to keep that ball out of center field. You got to catch that ball, knock it down, whatever you got to do. And not a good throw for sure, but Starlin's got to keep that ball in the infield.
Infield back. And the pitch struck him out. That's a big one for Feldman. 2 down.
Bruce was surprised that he got a fastball here in this situation, and he's a little bit late on it. Big pitch right there by Scott Feldman.
It's up to Frazier now with 2 outs.
Feldman's last 3 starts prior to tonight, he was 2-0 with an 0.46 ERA. Scoreless baseball twice. His other outing was a 1-run game. Big challenge here, though, in this park, hostile environment, big crowd, dynamic lineup, a real test.
Curveball that time, 2-0, another 1-1, and there for a strike. You know, I forgot Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah,
another guy, Dusty,
another Hall of Famer,
has managed
to be.
Yeah, the great note on Dusty, he was a teammate of Hank Aaron when he hit his 700th home run. Barry Bonds manager when Bonds hit his 600th. 2003, Sammy hit his 500th, and then 2008, Ken Griffey Jr. hit his 600th.
That's a lot of champagne. That's a lot of celebrations.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Way outside, Xavier Paul is on deck. Votto with a 1-out homer. Phillipsen single. He's now at third after a wild pitch and an error. Deep breath by Feldman. He's had to work hard this inning. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4.
Boy, he was walking off.
And a close one.
Wow. Yeah.
It's really a perfect pitch in that situation. Maybe a little up. A little higher than he wanted.
So much for that theory about Tim McClellan calling the high pitch and not the low pitch.
Buena moves in at third, guarding against a potential bunt as the curve missed the outside corner.
Feldman thought that was a strike. He's not sure where that was. But Tim's hard guy to read. He brought his right arm that time to scratch his nose or something. I thought he was calling a strike.
Swing and a miss on a cutter. One and two on Paul. Cubs got their runs in the second. 2 on a homer by Feldman.
Paul, left-handed hitter up there, and Valbuena playing well off the line at third. It's allowing Phillips to come well down that third baseline as Feldman's delivering the pitch. So any ball in the dirt, pretty good chance he's going to score.
Two. Base hit center field. Phillips jogs home. Frazier to third. A one-run game.
Frustrating inning for Feldman. He thought he had Frazier struck out to finish off this inning, and now Paul delivers the solid RBI single on him. Phillips going all the way to third on the ball in the dirt, and then the errant throw. A couple tough breaks working against Feldman in this inning. Wise decision here by DeJesus to throw that ball back into second base.
The Cubs came in offensively, averaging the fewest runs per game on the road, 2.82. So they've already surpassed that with a 3 tonight. The Reds at home average almost 5.5 runs per game here at Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, as good as Feldman has been, you just figure that 3 runs is not going to be enough here tonight.
In fact, the Feldman home run was the Cubs' first homer on the road since April 28th. They went homerless over their last 2 series on the road. Here's his 1-0.
It's 30 pitches this inning alone for Scott Feldman, and been very efficient in the second and third. And got off to a good start here. He struck out Cozart to start the inning, but home run, single, punch out, walk, single since. Really laboring. Like a fighter, he needs to get to his corner at the end of a tough round and regroup.
Well, he is going to face a pitcher next, assuming he walks Hannigan. Arroyo on deck. The good news for the Cubs is Feldman's going to lead off the 5th. Normally you wouldn't like that.
See, to me, that's a situation where, and I don't know if Hannigan had the green light or not, but I'm inclined to think that he did. I would want him swinging there with the pitcher on deck. Arroyo handles the bat okay.
The 3-1. Outer third, now 3-2.
Even if you're in pitch around mode with the pitcher on deck, typically you're going to channel one on 3-0 to an 8th place hitter. Little pep talk, little self-pep talk. Get locked in on that mitt.
Paul takes off. Hannigan fouls. Another 3-2. High drive left field. Very deep. Reds lead on a 3-run homer. It's 5-3.
Unfortunately, Feldman couldn't get to the corner before taking one more to the jaw. Hanging breaking ball to Hannigan here. Boy, he'd love to have that one back. Trying to go down and away with the breaking ball. Left it inner third.
Five-run 4th inning.
That's as many runs as Scott has allowed in his last 5 starts combined. Most earned runs he's allowed in a ball game this year.
You said it, also close to getting out of the inning.
Yeah, he had Frazier punched out.
th career homer for Hannigan. Second this season. He's gone deep now on Arroyo, 2-2. I guess he's gone deep twice. Took him deep in the second. Rainbow to right. This will end it. Scherholtz. 8 Reds come up, 5 score, and they now lead by 2.
The hotter the hot. The colder the cold. The greater the demand. The more you need Duralast. Batteries built to exceed the need. Batteries built to meet or exceed original equipment standards for cold cranking amps. Batteries built with the power to hold up to heavy electrical demands. Batteries so good they come with a coast-to-coast warranty. Only at AutoZone.
Disaronno Cocktail number 59. Crushed ice, Disaronno. Lemon squeezed. Sugar, Disaronno sour. Disaronno, be original.
Oh, we up for the Glow Show. Yeah, we down here on the ground. Yeah, we up above low. Yeah, we up in the
Come alive with the refreshing taste of Lipton iced tea. Feel the taste.
What are you doing?
Oh, hey. Using night vision goggles to keep an eye on my spicy buffalo wheat thins.
Who's gonna take your wheat
I don't know.
thins?
An intruder. The dog. Bigfoot. You get the light?
What's going on?
great things.
Snap out of your snack routine with delicious Pringles sticks. Everything pops with Pringles sticks.
No boots, no jeans, no beards, nothing but old-fashioned justice. Criminal Intent, weekdays at 5.
When it comes to home video, an epic fail is a huge success. A successful night starts at 11 with America's Funniest Home Videos on WGN America.
This is our AT&T Uverse replay of the game. Scott Feldman, on the recommendation of Anthony Rizzo, goes deep. Find out what's possible with products and services from AT&T. Rethink possible.
And the fifth inning is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, creating contemporary solutions for a better banking experience for everyone. Fifth Third Bank, the curious bank. Member FDIC. Cubs trail for the first time tonight, 5-3. Changeup low and inside, 1-1. Happy 99th birthday, Mary Rita Daxon. Avid Cub fan, never misses a game here on WGN. Yank foul.
What's your secret? 99.
So she was born the same year Wrigley Field opened, 1914. Feldman strikes out this time.
And watch the Cubs as they battle to beat the D-backs next Friday. That's May 31st. Game time is at 1:20. And if you're one of the first 10,000 fans, you'll receive a Kerry Wood gnome. Compliments of Bank of America. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
Watching DeJesus study Bronson Arroyo on the video on his computer before the game. And he said he'll throw any pitch in any count. Pretty widely known at this point. Arroyo works that way. Hard to find a pattern.
Well, that's really the key to his success, the ability to command his off-speed pitches, throw them in any count.
Rough go for the Twins. They've lost 9 in a row, and they're trailing again 5-0 in Detroit in the bottom of the 5th. Don Kelly has homered for the Tigers. Miguel Cabrera 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a .390 batting average. Up the middle and through for a base hit. And Anibal Sanchez is no hitting the Twins. I see into the 6th. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Sanchez has been very good this year. That Tiger staff has been outstanding. Been one of the more underrated pitchers in baseball the last few years.
Yankees are pounding the Rays 8-0 as they go to the bottom of the 5th. 4 no-hit innings for David Phelps to start that one. Successful return to Fenway Park last night for Terry Francona as the Indians beat the Red Sox 12-3. So they've won 22 of their last 31. Got a standing ovation early on. DeJesus took off and that ball hit foul out of play. Tonight 3-1 Boston in the third. Reds will take on the Indians at home Monday and Tuesday, and then in Cleveland Wednesday and Thursday, so similar to the Cubs and the White Sox. This year, JD, could be the best combined records for these two Ohio Major League teams they've ever had. Cozart to Phillips. No. Castro beat it. DeJesus and Phillips had a little collision at second. Looks like everybody's all right.
And David slow to get up there. Looked like more of an arm-hand thing. I think that left hand maybe got jammed the wrist, finger perhaps.
I didn't think this was going to be as close as it was because Phillips couldn't get much on the throw. Well, you know, watch where Castro's foot hits the bag. And the Cubs would rather see that foot hit the front of the base if possible. But he got the call. Yeah, that hurt.
Playing some hardball, good hard slide. Phillips able to get up and over the top and make a throw. It's pretty slick out there. Big AB here for Rizzo, who's been in this funk for a few days now. Hit the ball pretty well last time to deep right field.
Talked about this in spring training last year, that the Cubs new manual, Cubs way. I mean, there's specific stuff in there about where you do hit the base when you run through on a ground ball or when you're rounding the bag. Dave McKay, the Cubs base running coordinator, is a stickler for that stuff. For instance, when you're rounding first, you want to hit the corner, inside corner of that bag with your right foot. That'll cut several feet off the actual distance you run as you round the bases by hitting it with that outside foot. Down the right field line, Bruce and Phillips coming over. It's Brandon Phillips to make the catch. Cubs get a hit, no runs. They trail 5-3 in the fifth.
You make a great team. It's been that way since the day you met. But your erectile dysfunction, it could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use in a 30-tablet free trial.
Both Tylenol and Bare Back and Body are proven to be effective pain relievers. Tylenol works by blocking pain signals to your brain. Bare Back and Body's dual-action formula includes aspirin, which blocks pain at the site. Try the power of Bare Back and Body.
Why are twice as many people choosing Verizon over any other carrier? Many choose us because we have the largest 4G LTE network. Others because of our reputation for reliability. Or maybe it's because we received J.D. Power & Associates Customer Service Award 4 times in a row. In the end, there are countless reasons, but one choice. That's powerful. Verizon.
Cubs, Reds, Saturday at 3:30 East on WGN America.
The fifth inning is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, creating contemporary solutions for a better banking experience for everyone. Fifth Third Bank, the curious bank. Member FDIC. Moon over Kentucky.
Blue Moon?
Blue Moon of Kentucky. Yeah, right. 5-3, the Reds lead as they bat here in the last of the fifth. Top of the order, Chu looks at a strike.
Someone needs a bounce back inning here, and preferably a quick one. Easier said than done against this top of the Reds order.
Bounced up there.
They get up under the mask of Navarro. And he's hurting.
Oh.
Yeah. Under the mask in the throat.
Dale out with PJ Mainville, the Cubs head athletic trainer.
He's all right, just need a little time. MLB.TV is celebrating 11 years. Join the millions of fans and subscribe today. Watch every out-of-market game live online on your favorite mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV Baseball everywhere.
Cutter in. Chu worked with Billy Hatcher and Eric Davis in spring training on playing center most of his career in right before joining the Reds, as he has punched out on strikes. 4 now for Scott Feldman.
Hatcher, a hero here of the 1990 World Series. Yeah, what, 12 or 13 hits in that series?
Unbelievable series. Billy Hatcher went 9 for 12 with 6 runs in a 4-game sweep over Oakland.
Oh, yeah.
Hit .404 in the postseason in his career. Cozart bounces. Picked up by Valbuena, and the high throw. Pulled Rizzo off the bag. Cozart's aboard. didn't give him a hit. His second tonight.
High bounding ball, and Valbuena comes hard, and high throw. Yep, good call. Put Rizzo off the bag.
Snap throw to first. Runner back.
Trying to crowd Votto there with a cut fastball, and you can understand why. Hit that home run to left last time. He's got very good power the other way. He's an alley-to-alley guy. Stay middle away on him, and you're really doing him a favor. You got to make sure you do your work inside.
Feldman ready. Here's the 1-1 to Votto. Fights that off.
So just doing a little mental checklist there.
He's always thinking.
What does he throw me? What does he like to do in certain counts? What did he do to me last time? Runs through the inventory. He's one of those guys, as a pitcher, when you're facing him, you're thinking, he knows what I'm going to throw. You always feel like that certain hitters are just locked into your approach. Choking up a little bit here. Good try.
Votto really sold it.
Two-seam runner back toward the inside corner, just missing.
I love Votto's movement. At first it was, I got to get out of the way. Then it was, oh, should I swing? Not really sure what to do here. 2-2. Line shot caught by Scherholtz on the dive.
A good battle, ultimately won by Feldman with a little help from Nate Scherholtz. More than a little help. Fine diving catch in right field. You really want those to pay off. You work hard against a tough hitter. Somebody makes a play for you. Kind of lift your spirits a little bit out there on the mound.
You see, A-Rod sold his house for $30 million. Miami Beach.
I did see that. And
bought it for 7.4 in 2010, and then put about that amount into it, fixing it up, and then, although why would you have to fix up a $7.5 million home, but then sold it for 30?
Yeah, you probably, I don't know, had to put some fish in the pool, or whatever you do with the.
Oh wait, he bought
$30 million home.
7.4 for the land, 54,000 square feet, then built the house. Got it. You need 9 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, and a batting cage. That's your spot.
I think the cage is probably a difference maker. If you're in the market for a house, you'd say, no, I got to have a batting cage.
House is on the same street where Matt Damon, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh have homes.
Think they get together? A little potluck supper or something,